Okay, we're rolling.
Okay, so I was saying to my buddy at the milk factory, he's like, fuck it, I want to go to India. Like, what I was saying was, we're going to India, doing a bike trip, a couple months long, about 60 days.
Bike? Well, we have 8 weeks there. Right?
Okay, 8 weeks.
So 8 weeks.
Yeah, 60 days.
Yeah, 80 days. Sorry, 60 days, yeah.
60 days.
Tripping out.
And my buddy that I went to church with and played soccer with for a while, he wants to come. But I don't know what his finances are like. I don't really want to pry.
How much money should I put aside for this trip, would you say?
Your flights are booked, right?
Yes. So in addition to the flights, how much more? Like
2,000
another like $3,000 would be good, right?
$3,000, you're fucking like...
Because it's going to be like...
It'll come back
no, the $1,000 is going to be for the bike itself, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So $4,000?
No, more, yeah.
$5,000?
3.5.
Like 3.5, right?
3.5
then
safe.
we should be okay?
Yeah, no, you're great.
Okay, I should
Because
be able
that's
to
banking
say-
the fact that you get none of the bike money back.
Yeah, let's bank on that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
have that in, and then when you get some back, you'll feel good about it.
Okay.
Alright? So
Yeah.
3.5 safe. And I told my boy, and my boy wants to YOLO hard with me. He's not like 60 days. Because he quits his milk job, he has nothing to go back to.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, bro, like, that's fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Eventually, you can stack, but we're young. We're gonna run out of money sooner or later, right? So I was like, yo, bro, like, look into, like, English teaching,
Yeah.
right? Because this is a way, this and that, so, you know? But it seems as though, like, a lot of people, I guess, are unsatisfied.
With their current status?
Yeah.
What were you looking for?
My fucking candies.
No, you're not eating the candy anymore. I'm gonna take it out. You're
Yeah, it
not
seems like
gonna
it.
be like, wow, we're
It
running
seems like
this
it.
thing.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people aren't like,
Well, you shouldn't be.
why?
Why the hell would you be happy with your current status at this age? What are you gonna do for the rest of your life?
That's true.
It doesn't make
You're
sense.
so right. But at the same time, you know, I was also coming here, and I was just getting pissed in the car, right?
Traffic?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm traffic. Like, it's been a few months since I've been on the road, like, so it's pissing me off, right? Especially 7, man. What the fuck? From like from Bayview to Woodbine.
I told you to use Waze, guy.
Oh yeah, that's true. You did tell me.
Oh my god. If you use Waze, you probably would have saved like 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, because that's how effective it is.
Shit.
You probably went all the fucking main clogged up routes.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I just took
that's
young all the way up to 7 all east, right? And then
No, guy.
from
Use
fucking
Waze.
Bayview to Woodbine was Death Valley, man.
Did you download Waze even?
I feel like I did at some
Oh
point.
my god.
I feel like I did, but then I erased it to save.
Like, for the record, if you still use Google Maps or like
not that
Apple
good,
Maps, it's shit.
Really?
All it does is tell you the main route and it tells you how long you're going to wait in traffic. Whereas Waze will actually take you into like, I don't know, smaller routes around or different routes. Not the shortest
Yeah.
time. I'm sorry, shortest
traffic
distance, traffic free, which will give you the shortest time. And it's actually accurate to like the minute, like maybe 1 or 2 minutes off.
True.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah, I
and
should
it
look
tells
at
you
it.
where cops are as
I
well.
should probably download that right now because I won't do it.
Yeah, so download it right now. Yeah, so anyways, I don't know. I think I started using Waze like a couple years ago. One of my buddies brought it up. And at first I was like, this is bullshit. Like,
Oh, spelled with a Z.
Yeah, spelled with a Z.
Damn!
What the fuck? Shazam.
I just fucking.
Shazam.
I was hungry, man. I was pissed in the car driving here. So getting back to my earlier point,
Yeah.
I was just getting pissed in the traffic, right? And I was like, what am I pissed about? Like, we're in Canada. Like, we have everything that we pretty much need. We're so, like, you know, such shits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
What?
No, but sometimes road rage gets the best of you, man. I don't know. Do you road rage? Like, I used to road rage, like, heavily.
Depends.
And then I met, like one of my buddies, he really road rage. Like, he will fucking honk his horn and hold it
Oh, really?
for, like, something I would have just shrugged off.
No,
like, he
I
just
don't
gets
honk at
so
people.
angry. He
don't honk.
honks at everybody.
Oh, true. No, like, I get... It depends. It depends how much of a hurry I'm in. If I'm, like, rushing to get somewhere, yeah. I don't know. I've never had, like... What's road rage? Like, me road rage, I
Like,
guess...
really getting angry. Like, your blood pressure's rising
Yeah,
from driving.
I've had moments.
Yeah,
If I'm in a rush, fuck, man.
No, even when you are in a rush. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah, if
that
I'm
shouldn't
not in
be
a
a
rush,
fact.
then no.
Really?
Typically,
Okay.
no. If I'm not in a rush, I'll drive in like the middle of the right lane. Typically,
The middle of the right lane.
the middle or the right lane.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm
then
saying?
just coast, right?
Yeah, just like chill. If I'm not going anywhere, you know what I mean?
I'm never really in a rush. I don't know.
Yeah. So like,
when are you
to
in a
get to
rush?
work on time, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't allocate enough like leave time or something happens?
Something like that.
Or you
That's
just
all.
never allocate enough leave time?
Just like today, like look, what time did I come here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're running errands, no?
That's true. No, but like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's when there's not enough leave time or there's some sort of pressure, right? External pressure.
Oh, okay.
But if it's all me, then whatever, fuck it. Like, I'll just coast at my own pace.
Yeah.
But if it's usually someone else, someone,
Yeah.
other obligation, and I guess, yeah, that's when I would get pissed.
Yeah.
While driving.
See, my solution to that is just allocating enough time to get there like 5
Yeah,
minutes
that's
earlier.
why you're smart.
Like, I don't know, like
That's why you're fucking smart.
it doesn't make
That's why
sense.
you work at
Like, why would
because
fuck?
you have a clear stream of thought and you follow through. You know what I mean? You know what I'm
No,
saying?
man.
You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah,
opposed to, you know?
Doesn't make sense. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, why would
No,
you
sometimes
put yourself
you're in a
through that
rush.
stress?
No, I know. Like, these are things like,
And then what's rushing on the road really gonna save you? Like, what, 2-3 minutes max? And then, like, if you get caught for speeding, like, is it worth it?
not
No.
at all.
Get in an accident, even less worth it.
I saw a nasty accident on the way here. I think that's also what helped the traffic.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Man, that's what made me get to that thought. We're blessed.
Oh, okay,
We're
that's
looking
what
at that
triggered.
accident. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. Dirty traffic. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on here? In the median is like a car with like the engine is just like half smooshed in. Okay.
Yeah.
Ambulance. The stretchy cart.
Yes, the stretcher.
I don't know. I was just like, but I saw one guy and he was like sitting there like head down like this, and obviously he was involved.
Uh-huh.
So something happened.
Shit.
And then that triggered the thought. I was like, what am I pissed about? I'm fucking blessed.
Yeah, man. That is irrational.
Like, I put myself in his boots. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that guy's going through, but that's got to be some heavy shit. Whatever went down, right?
Yeah, man.
If he's on the driver's side, the victim side, whatever happened, man.
Yeah.
He's going through some heavy shit.
Probably.
Right,
Especially in the middle of winter at like fucking rush hour. You're just trying to get home to your family
That's what I'm
typically and
saying,
shit.
yeah. And then it made me reassess. I was like, all right, you blessed, son.
But,
You know,
No,
I
that's
was just
good.
hungry and traffic, and I was getting pissed. You know.
yeah. No, man. Especially hunger. Hunger will change your
Hunger will-
mood like in an instant.
Hunger will make you make some bad decisions.
Yeah. It'll make you like more irrational.
More rational?
More irrational.
Irrational, yeah.
More irrational.
Irrational, definitely. Yeah, make you just do some crazy shit sometimes. Or eat some crazy things that you're like, why did I eat that?
That's never happened to me
really?
sober. Unless I'm munching, actually, no.
Oh, okay. I guess it's because I'm always kind of stoned a bit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, all the time I'm like, okay, I'm like ridiculously hungry right now. Fuck it. I guess I'm lucky because I have a really quick metabolism.
Yeah, you're pretty fast.
You
You're
know what I'm
pretty
saying?
lean all the time.
But yeah, often I'm like, I want to eat that. Like, I had food at home, but it was just like, it was too impulsive because like, especially when I drove the fucking truck around.
Yeah.
God damn,
Just
man.
McD's.
Standard, you know? Because,
Wait, do you even get the munchies anymore from burning if you're just blit all the time?
No. Just get hungry, man.
You're just hungry all the time then.
No, I wouldn't say all the time. No, not even. I don't know. Yeah, I've just lit all the time, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll explain to you how I usually eat now. It's after the sauna. So after sauna, I go coffee, sauna, food, and then just doesn't really matter.
Before
after.
coffee is rip a bowl. or after
or
coffee?
like that one's mixed.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah.
whatever you feel like.
The,
for
the
day.
trifecta.
This
E-cig,
is day in the
coffee,
life of TP.
e-cig, coffee and weed, man. The trifecta.
Oh my god! And then isn't that just instant shit,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, definitely. In the mornings for sure. Like a bowl will make you shit. The coffee will make you shit.
And a cigarette,
will
yeah,
make you
yeah.
shit.
I remember like back in the day when I still smoked cigarettes.
You can't
like,
shit in the mornings too
Just,
well.
yeah, just hack a dart and just fucking have some coffee, and you just whoop, it just comes
You know,
out.
in Korea, I don't know, maybe even Taiwan, like the stalls, like the older ones, they all have like
Ground shitters.
no, not ground shitters. Some of them in Korea. No, they have like ashtrays on like.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, I've never
Because
noticed
it's
it.
just standard. You shit and you
Oh wow, no, I didn't see that in Taiwan.
really?
You saw it's still around in Korea.
all over the place. Yeah.
I didn't see it in Vietnam either or Thailand.
Maybe not in Vietnam. I don't think. But in Korea, all over the place.
It's just shit and smoke, right?
It's
It
standard.
just goes hand in hand.
Standard, yeah, like standard.
I guess it kind of goes well because
Bro, it's the best. man.
smoke covers
you
up
actually-
your shit smell.
Yes, that too. But you get the fattest head rushes, man.
I've never tried shitting and smoking at the
Oh,
same time.
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's
Like
cool, man.
where would I do it? Like at home when I still live with my parents?
Oh, yeah,
No,
that's
because
true.
that was the
No,
only
in
time I still
university.
smoked. In the dorm room
True.
where all my other roommates
Did
don't
you-
smoke,
Oh yeah, that's right. They'd be pissed.
they'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I started doing that when I lived in Korea
Oh,
for a
okay.
year.
And then you're just like, "Wow."
Oh yeah, even in Korea, in my apartment was old. In the toilet, beside the toilet, there's like the toilet paper place.
Yeah.
And then there's a platform above it that you're just supposed to put an ashtray there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you did that as well in your own
Standard.
apartment.
Standard, buddy.
Do you do that now still?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
e-cig
e-cig,
and shit.
no,
Yeah,
no,
standard.
okay.
I wouldn't go to take a shit without my e-cig on my phone.
Oh man. Wait, so e-cig, when did you move to e-cig from cigarettes?
I'd say March of 2014.
So like 3 years ago ish.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. How's that been? Like, why'd you decide to make the switch?
Oh, it was because I knew I was coming back to Canada. Oh, it's all money, man. And I was like, Korea packs are $2.50.
Yeah. Here it's like $15 now for.
Yeah.
I didn't know until like literally like a couple months ago when my buddy was
$15?
buying $15 for a Belmont king size large. Remember back in high school days it was like 10, $11. Now it's 15.
It's insane. Anyways, that's nuts. Anyways, $2.50 for the pack. Now it's $4.50 in Korea. It's more expensive. They raised the prices. But when I was there, it's $2.50. $2.50 for a pack, fucking cheap, right?
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, I'm going back to Canada. I want to pay $10-12, right? On top of that, I'm going back to student life.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked up this smoking habit. I didn't smoke before Korea.
Wait, what? Did you smoke in high school?
I smoked,
well?
yeah, on and off. But there was a phase where I completely cut out all tobacco from my life.
Okay. In like uni.
Yeah, for like, I would say like a year or so.
Okay.
And then it was Korea. It was Korea that brought me back to, like, I took like nicotine gum to Korea.
Why?
Because at the time I was like still in the process of phasing off nicotine, right? But then you just get to Korea, you drink and smoke.
Yeah,
That's what
because
you just do.
everyone fucking drinks.
That's
and
just what you
smokes.
do, right? So then I picked up the habit, and then here I am. Still
Oh,
smoking,
okay. I see.
right?
I guess I don't know. It's debate. I hear a lot of things like e-cigs are better versus not.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee it's better.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's good,
Yeah.
but
Vitamin
vitamin E.
nicotine.
But yeah, I'm not gonna say it's good. There's no way it's good, but there's no way it's worse than cigarettes. Just because the deciding factor for me is the temperature.
Okay.
Like, I know that a lot of the damage that's done by the act of smoking, yeah, the chemicals are really bad, but like a significant portion of the damage is just the heat. The heat is just, you're not supposed to inhale fire into your lungs, you know?
We're designed for that.
We're not designed for that, exactly. So just the act of lowering the temperature alone, just like bong versus a pipe. What's better?
Yeah, bong for your lungs, obviously.
Are you gonna say a bong is good for? No,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm saying. You know, not at
Yeah.
all. But forget the data, forget the numbers. Just give someone a pipe, give someone a bong. Okay, take a hit from both. 9 out of 10 people are gonna say, yeah, the bong is much better.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Same thing with
I
the
agree.
e-cig. Same thing with the e-cig, and that alone. And then think on the tobacco company's effort. Okay, like propaganda is like, we are so surrounded by propaganda that we don't even know what propaganda is anymore. Like, we think like our normal is propaganda. But like, think about like, so yeah, all these studies, you don't think they're funded by the tobacco companies?
Probably
of course.
Yeah.
They funded a bunch of them, right?
Like back in the day, they would pay like the scientists to say like, yeah, it's not that bad for you.
They did the same thing with sugar
like,
and
everything.
and
Yeah.
fats
Yep,
and
everything.
carbohydrates. Well, that's the system we live in today, right? That's just like all about. Everything is scam.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Everything is scam.
Even like the Heart and Stroke Foundation or something, dude. It's like,
how does that scam?
no. So let me explain. So I was watching like a documentary on Netflix. I forgot what the fuck it was called.
Oh, that's dark, man.
Yeah, but pretty much like it was like a diabetes like foundation.
Yeah.
Like one of the big ones.
Sure.
And it was telling you like what kind of recipes you can eat to lower like your blood levels and whatnot. And it included like beef and whatnot, and beef, which is like terrible for you. You shouldn't be eating a lot of red meats.
Yeah, I've heard that's really bad for you.
Yeah. So then the people running the documentary were like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why are they listing these food items when it's not good for you? So they dig deeper and they find out that their sponsors, because they're all not-for-profit organizations, so they run off their nations. All their biggest donors are the meat companies.
Yeah, big
so it's just
surprise.
like, so you make sure
one's
you
surprised.
continue
And they have some
putting
name
aside.
like Healthy American Lifestyle Society.
Yeah, shit like that.
Shit like that.
Sure,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, it sounds legit.
Exactly.
The Healthy American Lifestyle Society says that.
Exactly. So it's
All a scam.
it's a big scam.
All a scam. Never trust, verify.
Never trust verify. No, I've always been I've always done that ever since like growing up, like for the most part. Like there were things that like I wouldn't be able to like figure out, but like for the most part I would say
You always have a nice skeptical
I'm very
dose of skepticism on the side.
just constantly skeptic about
sure,
like
for sure.
the world.
Yeah, so going back to the original thing, like when I saw, because I so many people have been like, oh, e-cig's worse. I'm like, yeah, let's just talk about that for a second. Let's just break that down. Like I have no proof that says these tobacco companies are blah 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 blah, but that would make sense, and just the data alone, because I have so much experience as a smoker of cigarettes and e-cigarettes. No, I don't have any data that goes like 30 years down the line, but right now, tell you, doesn't smell as much, not as harsh. The one thing that they say it's because you take it in so deep that you can do a lot of damage that way.
Oh, you bring it down deeper into your lungs.
And I've heard that, and this makes sense. I'm like, okay, fair point, right? But if it's just like these chemicals versus those chemicals, I don't know, man.
In terms of depth into your lungs, it just depends on how you smoke. I'm sure
Yeah,
you would
but, like,
smoke a cigarette just as hard.
Not necessarily, because
Why?
because vapes, like I can get a 10-second count on this, and I'll sometimes take it all 10 seconds. So think about how deep that's going down,
I guess.
right?
Whereas a cigarette, it's like you bring it into your mouth first,
Yeah,
and then
and
you
then
bring
maybe
it
it
down.
goes down like here.
So you can't just go
Yeah, or you'll
like
actually
hit
kill
it like
yourself.
a bee.
But at the same time, it goes both ways. Why can't you do that? Because you'll just die. Right? Which goes to like support my point that says cigarettes are harsher.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
So
I can
really
see
is
that.
what does more damage? How deep the shit goes into your lungs, or the actual content and the temperature, right?
No, I guess we're not sure yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
However, one thing I can be sure of is that the temperature thing is like no doubt about it. Like it's when you lower the temperature, I would say pretty confidently it's gonna be better. Never good for your body. It's never good to inhale weird chemicals into your lungs, but it's definitely better.
Yeah, easier for your lungs when it's lighter.
But when e-cigs first started coming out, there was all this media about like, oh, it's so bad for you. This is worse than cigarette. And immediately, I've always been like a conspiracy. I was like, yeah, no shit. No shit, it's worse for you. Of course it is. How will the companies make money then? It has to be worse for you, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was the funniest shit.
Hey, man. Always had a healthy dose of skepticism, man. So.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, right? It makes sense.
Yeah. No, but these things are really taking over. Like, really taking over.
Yo, they have these new things out there, man. Bro. Brian, you showed me. Fucking crazy. Oh, it's nuts, man.
Everyone has these heavy duty ones, man.
Dude, you should have seen the mods I got today, man. They're nuts. I bought together.
You can get mods for these? What do you mod on your vape?
Oh, man. This is like an AK-47. It's like pieces, man.
Fuck. Can you do smoke rings? Have you seen the people that go like...
No, I don't do tricks on this. But...
we get it. You vape, bro.
Yeah. But, no, it gets pretty intense, buddy. And honestly, yeah, it's so serious. When I first got it, it was like... It looked like a fake cigarette. Have you seen those?
The original ones that came out? Yeah.
And to compare that, it's just, yeah.
Like, look at this shit.
But you know what?
It's got some fucking weight on it,
one
too,
day we're
man.
going to look at that and be like, what the hell were we doing with those fucking bricks? Just like we do with cell phones, right?
Oh, shit. Yeah, this is going to become smaller and smaller, and it's going to be
It's just going to become more and more convenient and more effective. Or whatever it does.
So heavy that.
But there is something interesting happening. I was talking to the guys at that I get all the stuff from, and there's something coming in play for like some legalization is gonna. This summer is gonna change a lot.
For vapes,
vape and weed,
right?
There's gonna be one sweeping bill that just.
Wait, the vapes are already illegal.
But now they're trying to.
Make it.
They gotta get paid.
Oh, they're trying to run something.
Yo, average people are making money. That can't happen, man. That's not allowed. Average people are buying things from China, shipping them here, marking them up a few percentage, and selling them to other average people and making a lifestyle out of it. We can't have that here.
Yeah.
We need a huge corporation to just eat all the margins.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens in democratic Canada, man.
I don't know. Yeah, but they're gonna make some crazy laws where you're not allowed to have flavors that they want. That's what they want to put in.
Oh, I heard about that.
No flavors, no displays.
But I heard that was more for like the kids.
Of course, it's always for the kids, man. Oh, you gotta think about the kids, man. You gotta think about the kids, man.
You gotta think about the children,
buddy. Let me put it to you this way. You gotta think about the kids, man.
Fuck the kids. Who cares about the kids?
No, man. They're just pulling on heartstrings, man. They know that the biggest voting populace, the people that really sway, you know?
Yeah, have children.
So you say, yo, don't let them rape your children, so vote for me. Can't have them do that, right?
Oh my god.
Same thing with the fucking weed, man. Everything. You gotta think about the children, man. What the fuck are the children gonna do?
Yeah, some bullshit.
What about alcohol? What about cigarettes? What about the children, man?
Yeah.
Children watch Budweiser commercials all the goddamn time, man. And like...
Yeah, is there still... Oh, yeah, growing up. I haven't. Well, that's the thing. I haven't watched TV in so long.
Well, watch a sports show or sport. They're all, and then okay. So along those lines, now, if you want to go purely for meritocracy sakes, compare the effects of alcohol versus
what's meritocracy?
Like actual, like what's gonna fuck people up.
Okay.
It's just the alcohol companies the industry's been around for thousands of years, right? So it's just there's a way to play the game. Weed's not like that. So what about the children for the alcohol, right? Yeah, we live in a society now where it's pretty much standard that once you get to a certain age, and that's what happens. What about the children? Well, that's what happens to the children, right?
Yeah. The
same thing will happen with the weed. Dumb kids and mischievous kids are just gonna be mischievous kids. What about? Nah, that's all bullshit, man. Yeah. That's all bullshit to take market share. To fucking swallow everything up, but no, don't rape my kids, and then put up all these fucking borders and fences so that you have so that the barrier to entry gets way higher. Mm-hmm. You know? Boom, you've just priced out like average Joe Schmo. Now average Joe Schmo needs to get with 9 of his other Joe Schmo friends to make some kind of corporation. They need to band their resources together in order to compete when you raise the barriers to entry. That's what's happening. Mm-hmm. It's not about the fucking children, man. It's about the fucking children who would be legalizing weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all for the money. It's always for the money.
It's always been about the money, you know? Buy for one, sell for two world, man. Like, yes. Yeah, all about the money. It's not about the fucking children. Yeah. Never been about the children. That's why they got edibles out, man.
Yo, edibles have been great. Yo, so I've been doing like edibles more recently.
Edibles are the future, man, I think, honestly. That's gonna bring in like females more and like older people.
Like I guess the non-smoking folks.
Yeah, the people that are like, oh, did you hear like weed is really good for your health and shit? Like, you know what I mean? More bullshit. More scams, but I don't want to smoke it. It's like, here, eat a cupcake, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. Not about getting your dollars, man.
Yeah.
Get your dollars, move your feet. Move your feet, get your dollars.
Got time to lean.
Yeah, man.
Still, we have it good here in Canada.
Oh yeah, let's go back to fella who was in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Just God having a bad day.
Circle back to that guy.
Yeah, right. So yeah, we're blessed. We're fucking blessed. But at the same time, like, I think like inequality pisses people off.
Oh, like just looking at what you have on your plate is still better on my plate.
Yeah. So like for example, like yeah, exactly. Like, let's say, like, we were all eating, like, mud pies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all right, mud pies it is, right? What the fuck you gonna do, right? All right, buddy, go eat something else, whatever. But when you see, like, him eating chocolate, right? Like, sneakily, too.
not like up in your face.
Oh,
is that worse? Sneakily is
if
worse?
If he does it openly, he's already, like, alpha as fuck. Like, no one's gonna touch chocolate, or he's just really dumb. He's gonna get torn up.
Yeah, it's one or the other. Right?
And that's like society.
So which is better? For him to be openly eating it as an alpha or sneakingly eating it?
No, I'll tell you how the move has gone down, I think, in our world.
Okay.
He's bribed the 6 biggest dudes with the biggest muscles and given them each a piece of chocolate and, like, made a fortress around him. So he's still got, like, all the chocolate, but slowly he gives, like, the biggest dudes with the most, like, power, the strongest people, a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah, and he still has mounds and mounds for himself.
Mounds of chocolate, and then the fucking plebs are on the sides being like...
Mud pies.
No, they're like... We're in a position where it's like this guy has, like, actually come off a level, and we can't even see him anymore. All we see are, like, his big bodyguards, but you don't want to touch them. They're fucking huge. You're not going to mess with them.
Yeah, you can't even really touch them, and you can't even see the real guy.
Exactly. And I think that's kind of a system we live in today, more so. Well, we're all eating mud pies.
It's capitalism, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Like, yeah, but communism, what's that? You just kill all those guys, and then we all eat mud pies together.
Yes.
As opposed to, like, that's like...
Is it like that? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, let's look at communist China right now.
Shit was
There's a lot of people eating chocolate pies.
Yo, right now is not communist China, man. Right now it's
more like capitalist.
Deng Xiaoping China. Go back to Mao China. Cultural reform China. The Great Leap Forward China. If you study... I actually took a Chinese history course.
Like the OG communist China.
Yeah, like CCP... bro, they try to go into, like, some collectivist shit where they were, like, it was pretty cool, interesting stuff where, like, as a village, they would farm together. Mm-hmm. They had, like, daycares where, like, they would, like, you know, you drop the kids off at the daycare and then mom and dad go and work the field. Beautiful ideas. Like, 20 million people died of starvation.
Shit.
Yeah, shit got fucked up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a terrible, it was like a really beautiful idea, but it actually led to, like, complete...
Sorry, run back what the idea was. Like, what were the rules in place?
I think this was called the Great Leap Forward, And Mao wanted to change the Chinese economy. Okay, he wanted to make it more industrialized, but so like it was like his big thing was collectivism. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much like let's say, like Thornhill, for example. Thornhill would, as a collective unit, have their own, like, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you need to generate resources, right? So they need to generate grains, like rice to eat, and they really wanted to get into steel, some shit like that. Yeah. They wanted to go into steel, but that didn't really work out very well. Anyways, but the whole idea was not to create like here in Canada, you want to go into steel, then you make a steel company, Terry Steel Company, right? And then you start off with a little bit, or maybe you've already have $10 million and you put them all into investment, and you go big right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no Thornhill Steel thing. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean there's no Thornhill Steel thing? Okay, so it doesn't exist.
It's a state-run.
So it's all government ran.
Everything is government run.
Okay, I see.
With like labor being, it was like district by district.
So it's pretty much, there was no ownership of the companies because the government owned all the companies, and then everyone that lived there is just working for these
so
companies.
The government owns all the assets, I guess, and everyone is just producing from those assets, technically.
Okay. So it's like crown corporations. They're just like kind of with the Canadian
just read
perspective.
about it. It's hard. I can't give you all the details you want because I just took a course.
Yeah.
But it's called the Great Leap Forward.
Okay,
and
I'll check it out.
The course, at least the information I was given, displayed as a complete disaster.
Yeah.
Because so many people died.
Of hunger, of starvation.
Right? And yeah, you just look around and there haven't been many successful communist regimes. Mm-hmm. Like, there's...
Yeah, I guess like what the SU...
But then there's like conspiracies that are like, oh, but no... I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I've never taken... I don't know. But for me, it seems as though you gotta take care of your own problems before you try to help others.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that, it seems to be like a pretty like solid principle.
It's like the most rational.
Yeah, right.
Line of thought.
So I don't know too much about politics, but there is that kind of history where it's like, there's a lot of conspiracy people that are like, no, like all the capitalist regimes or the West always try to destroy the communists, which that makes sense too. Mm-hmm. But the facts are the facts, right? The communist regimes, the ones have not really. There's no one you can point at and be like, that's what we want to be like, as opposed to like, I don't know, maybe this is all propaganda again, but people at one point in time, they looked at America and the West, and they said, "Whoa, that's the shit," or maybe that's propaganda again, too, right? Who knows, right? But that's how like my mind works. Like it's hard to pinpoint a regime that had like that kind of. I think it's, yeah, and that's super successful right now. It's China, for example, they opened up their markets and now they're super successful. But China's always been super successful. They just got fucked up for like 100, 200 years, right? Mm-hmm. But before that, they were Middle Kingdom, right? Yeah. So they went in a slump. Same with India. Went in a slump. Mm-hmm. Come back strong.
Yeah, Russia as well. They seem to be making some waves as
Russia
well.
Russia is interesting, man. I actually watched a video on Russia. Yeah, Russia's really interesting.
It's very, very interesting.
You know, it's a pretty young country. It's only like 1080 is when like things start to like roll together.
Oh, really? Really? 1000 AD?
Shocking, eh?
Wow. And then back then it was like more like that was the Viking ages still, right?
Back then, no. They were slaves of the Tartars, of like fucking Mongol people. Like us.
Really?
Yeah. And then once they pushed the Tartars out, that's when like I watched it yesterday. It was like Alexander something. Like he was like the guy to like the founder of Russia because he pushed out the Tatars.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's Russia.
I see.
Yeah.
Because I watched a documentary about this guy just visiting Russia, and there's a lot of like young kind of like cultish kids that they're joining like a bunch of different like white supremacist cults.
Yeah, I could see
and they're
that.
heavy about like white Russia.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's intense.
Yeah, I could
And
see
I'm
that.
like, holy shit! Like,
Yo, man, shit's gonna go. I feel like there's like, have you heard about the protests in Iran?
with
like-
the women, or
There's just a lot of protests. All right, anyways, I think there's gonna be a war between Israel and Iran.
like coming up soon. There's always been tensions, no?
Next few years, but like real war.
Like they're gonna really, really pop off.
Yeah, looks like it.
Is it because Trump's doing stupid shit?
I don't know. No, like I don't know. From conspiracies, from like the conspiracy things that I read, no one can do shit about anything. Like all those people that we look at, they don't control anything.
Who are the people we
Like
look
all
at?
the politicians and stuff. They're all just. At the end of the day, you want to look at major shareholders of major companies. That's who controls the real shit.
Yeah, I guess
Like-
the war companies. I guess the weapon building companies.
Like if
would
you
love-
think about it, someone put it to me this way: what's the most valuable thing right now? And like he was like a finance guy, and the way he said it, he was like he'd say like big multinationals are like the most, like they're the most. He was putting it to me this way. He was like, if I would bank on anything sticking around, it's those big multinationals. Like they're not going anywhere.
What's an example of a big multinational?
A big pharmaceutical company like Bayer.
Okay.
Bayer.
Yeah.
Bayer. Or GlaxoSmithKline.
Never heard of that.
They have like, I think Colgate is under them. So like all these, like for example, there's like one company, like all the media companies, I forget what the stats are, but I remember there was like only 6 media companies in the whole world. So like,
Media companies like news.
yeah. So
Really?
like CNN, yeah, you'd be surprised. So like CNN, like, yeah, there's like companies, and then they're owned by this company, right?
Okay.
And then this company is owned by this company,
Yeah.
and then it's just everywhere, right?
It's called parents and subsidiaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you get to the big mother parent, find out who the big shareholder is there.
There's probably only like 6 of them.
No. Oh, well, within media, that's what like I've read that a whole bunch of times. That there's only 6 major media companies in the world, and that's even getting smaller and smaller now.
Wow. Like
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah,
Interesting.
major.
Is
media
that a
companies.
conspiracy theory?
No, that's fact.
Oh, wow.
You can look like M&As are happening day in and day out, right?
True.
So, yeah, 6 is the number, like major media companies, which is shocking, right?
That is. Yeah.
Yeah, it might even be smaller now,
Jeez. The
bro.
fuck?
Wouldn't it shock me if there's
That's
like
a trip.
everything's kind of like that now. Everyone's like kind of owned by the same person in the same sense. Like I don't know. Like I would look into all the oil companies. Each like
Yeah, it's true. All the oil is probably
owned by
it's
a
like
lot of the
handful
similar.
of folks
Yeah.
up top that are deciding what the price of a barrel is.
Sure. But yeah, just I forget how we got here, but there's a lot of crazy shit that's going down in Europe, in Asia, in the Middle East, in Africa, all over the world right now. Bitcoin 100,000, like what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people are talking Bitcoin 100,000 and you're not just laughed at anymore. They're like, oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're in a new paradigm kind of. Shit is like talking about nuking North Korea. Obviously, it's just talk. But the fact that these conversations are even being generated now.
Yeah, and publicized
So
like
openly.
this. It's pretty intense,
so
man.
openly. It's pretty intense.
Fucking intense.
And then like, yeah, like you were saying, all these. there's a lot of like Muslims moving into Europe right now, so it would make sense since the Syrian crisis or whatever, refugee, blah blah blah. It would make sense that there's more like racist movements.
Yeah, because they feel like they're losing like their.
Bro, I understand. I totally get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's complicated out there, man. But one thing is important. We speak English, so I think we're pretty good. I'm dead serious. We're so lucky to speak English.
Yeah.
Here in Canada, again, we're blessed.
For sure.
But in Canada, everyone's blessed around us, right? So, like, yeah, we're eating mud pies, but still, it's like mud pie level 2, right? Yeah.
At least we're eating mud pies.
Yeah,
there are folks that don't even get mud pies, or they're getting shit pies.
Yeah, or like here in Canada, you're guaranteed one mud pie. You know what I mean?
You'll be all right.
Yeah,
you'll be able to survive in one means or another.
Yeah, in some other countries, like you gotta fucking bust your ass just to get that mud pie.
Or you gotta worry about war. Getting like your house getting whatever lost.
My dad said there's a word in Korean. It's called numulbang.
Numulbang.
And that means the bread of tears.
Holy shit.
That is so scary, man.
The bread of tears.
It means this bread you're eating was produced by your fucking tears.
Oh shit. Because you just have it that bad.
That's your life. That's your reward.
Dude, that's gonna be this potty's name. The bread of tears.
Isn't that the scariest shit?
That's heavy.
Numulbang, that's what it's called.
Bread of tears.
Don't fucking go around eating your numulbang. You know, because like that's the worst way to live.
In what context did he bring that up to you for?
It was like when I was driving the truck around. He's like, wait till you have a fucking kid. You know, you'll be eating numulbang day in and day out.
Shit.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. That's shit.
Bread of tears, man. Because that's
all you
salty.
have. That's all you have. Like, you're crying through the work that you do, and that's your payoff.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just basic bread.
To eat.
And then, like, if you're making that bread and you're crying on it, it gets so salty.
Yeah, sure.
Just salty ass bread.
It's like, to live like that.
So sad.
To live like that, like, you cry through your existence to feed yourself.
So, that's the thing. There's two aspects of this, I feel like. There's one that's, some people can't help it. That's just the life, they were born into it. Mm-hmm. Like, they didn't choose or opt to go that route.
Like in India, if you're born into like
if you're
caste
born into
system,
like
like
yes,
I agree.
Shit, like you can't really get out. And then the other aspect of that is some folks they just have really like bad luck, or like they were just kind of
I don't know what
they're
the
just
fuck it
made
is,
for that. Like
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, some people is like you could have I don't know you like see.
I think we're
like,
blessed, man. Like the fact that we're just blessed, man. Like we're just blessed.
Yeah,
we're just fucking blessed.
Yeah, I guess we are really playing life in like easy mode compared to the rest of the world.
Oh yeah. Well, at least it seems to be so from like you never know, right?
Like compared to the vast majority of the world,
seems to be, yeah.
We're in easy mode. And then there's normal mode in the middle, and then there's hard mode, which is bread of tears.
Yeah, bread of tears. No, I would say even that. There's like
bread of tears is actually before hard mode. Bread of tears would be like
hard mode is like Child Soldier Africa.
That's hard mode.
Yeah, I seen like that shit happens.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't say on the regular because I never seen it happen. Yeah, but you hear stories, right? Mm-hmm. And like if you just read a bit of history, you're like fucking people are.
There's still slavery happening
in Libya.
Yeah,
free like open markets, man. I have a buddy that lives in Libya. He's like, it's kind of true. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck, man. Yeah, so that's like, also hard lawless mode. That's hard mode.
Completely lawless. But that's what happens when the chocolate eaters, when the 6 dudes that were protecting the chocolate eater, when that disappears, that's what we get. Everyone eats mud pie.
Shit.
It's fucked, right? It's kind of what goes down, though. You know what I'm saying? When there's no, like, one
Wait, well, where did the chocolate eaters in Libya go?
They got killed.
They all got murked by the mud pie eaters?
Well, no.
Or how? The government or no?
Okay, Gaddafi wanted to make two things. I told you about the petrodollar, right?
Yes.
Gaddafi was the ruler at the time. He got killed.
Yeah.
Gaddafi wanted to make something called the African gold-backed real. Sell oil in that. So breaking the US dollar hegemony.
Yeah.
US said no, fuck that. So they killed him. And then two, he wanted nukes.
Yeah.
And he gave up his nukes. And then, so this is what happened. He had, I think, some nukes or some shit like that, or it was like in the process of making it. But then he was like, oh no, I'll be a nice guy. I don't need no nukes, right? What the fuck do we need nukes? And then like 3 years later, they came in and ISIS killed him.
Fuck.
ISIS.
Yeah. But even if he had nukes, he would have been able to stop ISIS from happening.
If he had nukes, nothing would have happened.
Really? You're saying that if he had nukes, ISIS wouldn't have came rolling
Nothing would happen. No one would have done shit. And that's why North Korea, no one's going to do shit to North Korea. North Korea knows this. That's why they're smart.
But if ISIS comes rolling through your country,
they won't. What are you ISIS won't come. There's no ISIS. No such thing as ISIS. ISIS is fucking made up, man. ISIS is bullshit. ISIS is American government, Israeli government, and Saudi Arabian government paying some weird mountain people money to go tear up some places.
Holy
and then
fuck.
Fucking say ISIS, look how fucked up it is. We need to go in there.
I see.
That's really what ISIS is. And at this point it's almost proven now. It's actually like proven. Like this is like fact. Like this is exactly what went down.
Going deep. We're going deep again. Yeah.
No, but this is like, it sounds going deep, but this is some very simple Google searches will get you right there.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, ISIS is like complete bullshit. Like, I'm not saying like those people are like, oh yeah, we work for the American government. No. The people that, they're just fucked up people. Mm-hmm. But the people that are giving them the guns and the money and the means to do all these things, like you can go get some psychopath out there and give him a gun. That makes you a really bad person.
Yeah.
Because you know that guy's not stable. Why are you going to give him a gun? That's kind of what like a lot of these American, like the Western governments are doing. They give the crazy people the guns. They go fuck shit up. And then they point and they say, look, we need to go and fix this.
Oh, shit.
Bro, that's CIA 101.
Yeah.
But that's like, everyone does this. Like, it's not just the Americans. It's just that the Americans are so goddamn powerful that it's just, people are nasty, man. It's just, if you just go back 300 years, man. Oh, go back 60 years. You won't love this. Read about some of the Japanese shit that they did in China. That will fucking scare the shit out of you. And that was like 70 years ago. And those people look like you and me, man.
Yeah, like the rape of Nanking.
That's nothing.
Yeah, this is even worse than that.
I think it's Unit 146 or some shit like that. I honestly, if you take some time, you'll be mortified.
Yeah.
And these guys, some of them are still alive.
Wow. 70 years ago.
Yeah, type in Unit like 146 or so. And you remember when I said like when Asian people like if we become the hegemony, it'll become scary? No. I said if China becomes the number one. Mm-hmm. And I said like this might be kind of scary because like white people are nice, right? Yeah. Go if you read about like the shit that the Japanese did in China.
Yeah.
Holy, this is human experimentation that went down. And on like a mass scale. On a mass scale. And yeah, we don't know about it. Because they're just Asian people. They're fucking dirty chinks at the time. So, they weren't some like wealthy Jewish people where they're like, oh, we need to make museums and all this. But this is what fucking happens during war. Like, your shit is fucked. Read about it. I think it's called like Unit 146 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'll check it out.
It was, human experimentation.
Fuck.
In the name of progress, in the name of science.
Well, Yeah, like Hitler did that too. Like he had his scientists like.
Yeah, but then the
experiment.
Japanese took it to another level.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there really another level of human experimentation?
Bro,
Probably.
Start reading about it. There's some things in there I don't even want to talk about.
But some shit you don't know what was published and what wasn't, right?
Well, no,
For
like
each
all the
case.
things that's so fucked, man.
Give me one example of what the fuck happened. Just
They keep you alive, and okay, so they will. Oh, they want to know the effects of hypothermia. So they'll take. This is like there are pictures of this. They'll take two Chinese people or subjects. They're just subjects, okay? Because this is the way, like when people start going crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They take the subjects and then they force them to put their hands outside for X amount of time, okay? At gunpoint. Say, if you put your hands down, we'll just shoot you in the face. And they do it. It's like that. They will just shoot you in the face. They shoot you in the face because they feel like it. That you just, they do that. Hands are completely frozen. You're probably out there for like a whole day.
Wow.
Oh, no, it's worse. And then they bring you, and then they want to see what happens. So, like, they've got, like, 10 of these guys, all frozen. So, one, they'll pour boiling water on.
Jesus.
No. And then this is all documented. And one, they just smash it with a hammer. Just to see what happens. And that's, like, the low end of the scale.
Okay.
Inserting people with different viruses, certain spots, amputations, putting pieces in other places. Keeping them alive at the same time to make sure that the data is pure. It's yes in if you're like a means, the end is more important. The result. If you're a result oriented person, then but there's degrees to it, right? Like it's just fucking crazy. Shit like that. Right? Mm-hmm. And then all the meanwhile, you're alive. These people are alive. Right?
Yeah, it's
fucked up.
Pretty fucked, man.
And to think that happened to... Bro, that could have been your fucking cousin or your grandma, man.
Shit, man.
Yeah, man! 60 years ago, buddy!
Fuck.
And the guy that did it was still alive. And he's probably a nice guy. That's the fucking scariest thing about it. That internment person, that guard... who was like, do it or I'll fucking blow your brain out.
You're just following the commands.
Probably a nice guy. Probably. Right? Just so deep in the matrix, so brainwashed and like so used to it.
Yeah, just another day at work, honey.
Bro,
how was it? Same old shit. Put your hands outside.
Bro, but like if you read, like I took two courses. I took a Nazi history course and I took and both those things were like, it was pretty clear, like the instructors were like, yeah, easily you could have been one of those people.
At Western, you took...
Yeah, at Western.
Yeah.
It's just an elective. And the profs were like banging home the point. They're like, you could have these are very ordinary people that worked in these. They're just institutions.
Yeah.
So like, it's like for them, it was like going and working at, he put it to a good example. He said if there was a state-run butcher, that's the way you'd see it. And they offered great benefits, a high hourly wage, and a nice corporate path, a nice career path that seemed like it led to a sustainable future.
Damn.
And you're like, shit, all those things
Makes
line
sense.
up, bang on, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the way they put it. And he was like, it could have very easily been you or I, and maybe initially you could have been really like scared of it, but they were just like, yeah, but you. Probably you would have just followed the orders and gotten conditioned to it.
Fuck.
People are fucking scary, right? And like to think like, yeah, man. Like if you ever read about like Mongol raids.
No, I have not read about Mongol raids.
They're fucking nuts, man. Like, did you know that before the Mongols invaded Baghdad, the capital of Iraq, the Islamic world was like light years ahead of the Western world, scientifically, artistically, politically, everything. That was like the center of culture.
Wow, no, I didn't.
You didn't know that?
But I think I've seen pictures of like Iraq back in the day, and it looked really modern.
They were killing it.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell happened?
Well, the Mongols went in there and they killed everyone. They burned all the books, so like thousands of years of knowledge gone.
What the fuck?
Bro, it's fucked.
Just
right?
savaged it.
Pretty much.
Wow.
But that happens, man. Like, if you, like, and it's not like, bro, we're in like some like pristine time right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that just reminded me of a Trevor Noah bit. Yeah. He's like, we're in a very, very good time now. Back in the day, you can have your village raided, like everyone killed and like raped and whatnot. It's like, well, what are you gonna do? It was nighttime.
Yeah, like no, like
what are you gonna do? Like
for real, like
what
and like
can
it's
you
like
do?
pretty like. I think it's human condition to never be satisfied.
That human greed? Would you say that? Would you categorize that as greed?
Greed puts it a bad way.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of good that comes out of it. This dissatisfaction. Think about how much progress has been made by like people just like, yo, we could have just eaten corn all day, but we don't. We have popcorn and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
We could just sustain ourselves with corn and stuff. We don't really need all this excess. It creates stuff like that, right? That's like the genesis.
Mm-hmm.
You're not satisfied, so you want to make it better, right? Humans always are like that, always trying to make it better. Yeah. And now I think we're at the point where everything is so good, but because we're innately just trying to get better, we're like, what the fuck is wrong with us? Like, look at all these other people around you that have it shit, and look at you. You're still running this rat race. But I think it's just like, maybe it's just human nature that you're just never going to be satisfied.
Interesting. I think it's a combination of like greed.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, constantly, obviously you want ongoing betterment of yourself as a human being. You don't want to be stagnant.
Yeah.
But that will always, you'll get to a point where like, will you ever be like, oh, I made it, I'm good? No, I don't think that would ever exist for anybody, no matter how successful they are. Until maybe they're like 80, 90, they're on their deathbed and they're like, yeah, I'm happy, I'm retired, I just want to chill.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
But up until that point, it'll just be like, no matter what you get, if you have like goals of purchases set in mind, like, oh, I'm going to get a Ferrari one day. And once you get that, it's not really going to be like, yeah, I'm good, I made it.
Yeah.
You're just going to keep on going.
Yeah, it's like...
And the moment you are like, yes, I'm good, I made it, I feel like that's when
I think that's when you die.
That's when you go to shit.
Yeah, that's when you die.
Yeah.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like that working out shit. It's like the minute you're like, all right, I'm jacked. That's the end of you.
That's done. You're fucking done.
Yeah, that's the end of you.
Done, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but that, I think, so it goes both ways, you know? It like, it leads to getting better, and us getting better, human beings getting better, has led to like shit like Canada where it's -20 out, and then we have a society, you know, that functions very well. But at the same time, it leads to, I guess, yeah, like maybe all that crazy like savagery is in the name of getting better. If that makes sense. And that's kind of like the bigger point I'm trying to...
Oh, I know what you mean. It's pretty much like something bad has to happen in order for things to get better.
In a sense, yeah.
To a certain degree. Like something
so like
bad.
Cyclical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In order for you to like... Because you'll stagnate.
Yeah.
Humans will stagnate. And something bad has to happen in order to kind of leap and like leapfrog forward.
Sure. It's just like kind of like a flower in a sense, right?
Yeah, like it blooms.
Yeah, like the old flower dies and the new one comes out, right? It's still the same plant-ish, but there's that cycle. Yeah,
that seems to be the human cycle. Something really bad has to happen in order for us to leapfrog forward.
Yeah, so going back to the original point, this year being hectic with like North Korea nukes, Iran and Israel pretty much looking like they're going to go to war. And then Donald Trump in power. Europe, not so much, but still, you're saying like more white nationalism coming out in Europe.
Russia.
Russia.
Europe, what? There was like the Brexit or some shit.
Bitcoin 10,000. Safe. Ethereum just hit 1,000. Mm-hmm. Shit's popping off right now. The power dynamics are clearly, like, something has been unhinged.
Yeah, something is happening.
Yeah, like, one of the bodyguards went down.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
You know, there's, like, vulnerabilities. You're starting to see the chocolate eater, you know?
Yeah. The chocolate eater.
But when the chocolate eater dies, like, all...
hell's gonna break loose.
Yes, but for fucking shits like us,
yeah,
we can actually make a move.
Yes, but at the same time, yes, there's going to be mud pie eaters that are able to make a move, but for some mud pie eaters, it could actually get worse.
Yeah, agreed. Totally.
So it goes both ways.
It's going to get very volatile.
Yeah, it's going to get fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, is right.
Guess we're in for a ride.
I think
the
so.
next 5 to
I think so.
8 years
I think
be
by 2020 is going to be very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. This year is going to be very interesting.
Yes, 2018 on its own, there's going to be a lot of happening.
Yeah.
Especially from end of April to end of June.
Why do you say April to June?
Because that's when I'm going to India.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Oh, yeah. That's going to be so
Got him.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
Why do you say that? What do you mean?
Oh, I'm so pumped for India. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can't wait.
So it's going to be good.
Honestly, I honestly don't even want to think about Bitcoin once. Like, honestly, that's my whole aim on this trip.
It's going to be tough for you, bud.
No,
You're probably going to, at some point,
no, you know what I want to do? This is the mental image I came to. I'm in some fucking shanty shit, India. I haven't looked at it. And then Box TV, somewhere, Shandy, India, Bitcoin 100 on like the ticker on the bottom. Like, oh yeah, I fucking made it. That's the dream. But up to that, I don't want to think about it. Yeah. Because it's just taxing on my mind. All it does is tax my mind.
Yeah, ages you mentally.
Everything, man. It's just shit. It's not good. Yeah. You know what I mean? The money is awesome, you know? But it's shit. It's not a good lifestyle. It's too much stress, man. Too much ups and downs.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But that was my mental dream. I was like, oh, I want that so badly.
It's a pretty good dream.
Right?
It's pretty
good. I'd completely forgotten about it all and then boom, bang. Because
that's kind of like a possible dream as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, it could totally go down.
Yeah.
Right? I could just completely forget about it and then bang, it just shows up in my face. And then, yeah, we'll see. But it could also just completely crash and
disappear. Shit. Yeah, it always go both ways, man.
Yeah, definitely.
If there's up, there's down. If there's down, there's up.
Yeah, so... Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
How the way the world spins.
Yeah, it's weird like that, eh? Fuck them. Let's go to India and rip it.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, man. It's happening. It's just got to be Rip City.
Yo, but I was like, actually, like, did I send you, I think.
Yeah, you sent me a bunch of shit. I haven't looked at it yet.
The PDFs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll peruse through them with time as you get closer. Mm-hmm. But, no, I was just looking at videos of people riding. I was like.
Just getting hyped.
Getting hyped too, but then I watched one video. It was like crazy traffic India motorbike, something like that. Mm-hmm. I was like, whoa. These guys pretty intense.
Oh yeah, dude. My friend told me, he was like, I literally almost got ran over every day. They just don't give a fuck there. Yeah. They just don't give a fuck. He's like, it's not like Vietnam where like there's some sort of, it's all right. Yeah, there's a shit ton of mopeds and people, but at least they kind of care about your life. He's like, Indians, they don't care about your life. Like, if they're going through you, they're not going to stop. It's you get out the way or you're going to die, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm going to keep on and be on my merry way.
Oh, jeez.
So he was just like, just be prepared for that.
Oh, jeez.
So I was like, okay. All right. You just got to
He's
flip.
Indian, right? He's
No. He's my childhood friend. He's also Taiwanese. Oh. But he's been traveling for about over a year now.
True.
He's just been backpacking for like a year and a half almost.
That concerns me, man.
And he's ridden all of Vietnam and everything. But he told
He said
me,
India's another level.
yeah,
right?
he's just like India. They really don't give a fuck about you.
I could see that.
So you need to keep
Yeah, I
that
was
in
gonna
mind.
say another thing was we want to try to stay off as many highways as we can.
Yeah, let's do that.
100%.
Stay on like lonely mountain roads or some shit.
Yeah.
It take long or whatever, but at least we're
No,
not
yeah,
going
it's
to be
gonna be
run
more-
over.
less
It'll be more
hectic.
beautiful anyways. Like I don't want to be riding amongst thousands of people.
Yo, no, it's
All
just,
the time.
honestly, the only thing I'm worried about is getting in and out of the cities. Once we're in and out of the cities, it's okay.
Those are the danger zones, right?
Fucking dangerous, fuck, because you have the walking traffic over here, random cow in the middle, always random cow, right? You know, truck lane on this. You know,
Yeah.
this is it's all reversed, by the way.
Right
Canada.
hand side. It's
So like the
it's
speed
left
lane
hand
is right. Speed
driving.
lane is right. Speed lane is right.
Is it right hand drive there?
Yeah.
Oh,
right hand
wow.
drive. So you pass on the right like this.
What do they follow? British?
Yeah, but
Oh right.
you pass like that.
Okay, makes
Okay.
sense. Okay, so just follow the Brit.
Yeah, but then you have foot traffic over here,
Mm-hmm.
like trucks over here, and then motorbikes and cars share like this middle one over here. But it's still, it's like
Yeah, I feel like
I think
like,
the
knock
X
on
factor is
wood.
the people. The X factor
Yeah.
is the people because you like swing, and then
yeah, seriously, knock on wood. Like, yeah, hopefully there's no major
Nothing
accidents. Yeah. And we'll all have all our limbs and shit.
yeah, pray. Yeah, no, I again, I'm gonna like I didn't even go skiing this weekend because
Oh, are you planning on?
yeah, there's like a ski trip, but then I was like, oh yeah, I was pumped, and then my boy's like, whoa, hold on, think, bro, like, what if you fall? Just fall, you
And
fall.
pop your fucking shoulder again or some
You're
shit.
done.
Yeah.
I'll probably go to India, but everything will become miserable.
Moping around. Bread of tears, bro. Bread of tears.
Oh, I'm bringing my sling there
Yeah.
in my backpack.
Just in case.
I'm like kind of anticipating something.
Hey, better prepared than not, right?
Right.
So there's no need to scare yourself at the end of the day, but hey, just be prepared. So
That's
it
true.
is what it is.
Yeah, man.
Like, as long as we're aware of the dangers than to be ignorant, I think
That's
we're
true.
on a better foot.
No, I think, yeah, we have a good attitude going into
Yeah.
it.
It's not like we're like fucking teenagers. Oh, fucking unstoppable. Watch me rip it.
Yo, these roads are gonna be so nice.
Yeah. It's going to be constantly trying to suffocate that inner teenager when you're ripping
Yeah,
these
I know,
roads.
but it's tough, eh?
It's so tough. Like in Vietnam, I was like, oh my God, like I want to take this corner as
But
fast as I
yo,
can.
See, you're more experienced with heavier bikes than me. That's another thing I'm worried about. Cause in Nam, I would rip it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you rip it on the downhill. You're going what 110?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, something like that.
it's different with like for you. I think you control a more powerful bike and you're used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Me, no. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's fine. What's wrong with that?
Well, when you push on a heavier bike, the speeds go higher, right? That's what I'm worried about. Like you said,
On the Enfields?
Yeah, controlling that inner dumbass. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's hard.
I don't know how.
It's hard.
It's really hard. It takes a good scare. For
It
you
does, but it only takes a matter of
come
minutes
right back.
before you're
No, I
back
would
at
say
it
minutes.
again.
For me, like it's a few days.
Oh, really? Mine's like a minute. Like,
like-
I'll be, oh, fuck, that was close. And then my heart will be like, doo, doo, and then it'll be back to doo,
like
doo,
on all,
doo, doo.
like a scare, like one good scare. I'm like, okay, you need to change your habits.
Oh, man, yeah, see, it's hard to scare me. Like, it's not a scare for me, it's a thrill. I get a really big smile. If I'm in a near-death situation,
Oh.
I'll be like, ooh, and then I'll laugh. Like, my immediate, like, defense mechanism to near-death situation is thrill and laugh. It's very weird.
Yeah,
It's
fair
fucking
enough.
fucked up.
But aren't you like after you're like, yo, if like literally that was different.
What do you mean?
Like I don't know. For me, it's like I can't laugh at that shit. I'm like,
Oh, man, yeah, I always laugh.
I'm always like you could have killed yourself. What if you died?
Yeah.
And I just imagine myself like,
Yeah, just
like,
fucked up.
Actually, like the meant I'm like, oh, that's so bad.
You're more rational than me. I'd be like, oh, I would think about the consequences. I'd be like, oh man, that could have been so bad if I would have wrapped the car around the traffic light. But yo, that was pretty fucking intense, man.
Yeah.
Like, that was fun.
I don't know. It's all different though. It's different because like I don't know. I think it's gonna be new for me too. Just handling a heavier bike, Indian roads and all that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you said, handling that inner beast, right? Controlling that.
The inner child.
Whatever it is, I just like. I think I'm like I like enjoy like hearing the machine work.
Yeah, the revs.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Right? You want to know that you're like fuck the goo. You know what I mean? Like
you want to hear it go yeah.
Yeah, you want
yeah, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You don't want no smooth down. You fucking launch it forward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wasn't good for my transmission. Fuck it.
I want to feel the mechanical horse, man.
Fuck yeah. No, especially like, yeah, once you got the good run going, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's just
gonna push it.
Yeah, it's
but you
it's
gotta not.
I think
we have to. Honestly, we have to do it together. That's the only way we can do it. The three of us all have to. If one of us starts going off, we're like, yo, I don't want to fucking scoop your head off the road.
Exactly. I don't want to call your parent.
Like, that's the only way. I think we have to check each other.
Yeah.
Because if we don't,
and you wreck yourself, it's gonna be too late. If you don't check yourself before you wreck yourself, you're just gonna
not
yourself. Gonna be too late.
I don't check myself. We talked about we don't check ourselves. We have to check each other. Yeah.
Ourselves, so, like, as in
the minute you're like, yo, Terry, you're tempting me to fucking push my bike. You're gonna be, or if you're I'm like, yo, Brian, you're tempting me to push my bike. We should both chill down for a second. That's
very mature. You know what I mean? Very mature. Because when Ken and I were riding Vietnam, I was like, Ken, when I go off, don't try to follow me. Just let me go, and then I will slow off, and you can catch up.
You know what? You could say that to me. I'll be like, cool, and I'll accept it.
Yeah.
But I feel like eventually the two of us will just be all the way through.
Yeah, it'll be different with me and you. With me and you, I think we'll both just start pushing because Ken is more risky, which is bad. Which is why you have to be like, no, I think we should both cool it.
Yeah, this is why. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say I go off first, then okay, fine. For like 3 days, you're like, Terry's so stupid. Day 4, right there with me. Right?
Yeah,
can always guarantee
it won't even be day 3, 4. It'll be 3rd minute, 4th minute.
Whatever it is, right? You got that same stupid chipmunk in you, right?
Yeah.
So we have to check each other in that sense.
Yeah, otherwise we'll just be feeding off each other until one of us is dead. Or really fucked up.
Until we get a real scare, we're like, okay. Like, before we have to sit down and be like, yo, that was never again. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's not get to that point.
Exactly. You got it. You know? So, like, the minute you feel it, or I feel it, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
And I want you to do the same with me.
Okay. You know? Okay. That's a very good plan.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta tell.
I think the person best actually to bring us back would be Ken, because he's much more
to lead.
Not to lead, but to keep us in check, because he's definitely more like not so much. He's not as chickmunk brain as us.
He doesn't get pumped as quickly.
Yeah, like he'll fucking like it and like get into it and get really excited.
Then he's like, slow down.
Yeah, but his like the risk averseness is definitely more with Ken than with us.
We need a guy like that.
So Ken will be a good fit.
Yeah, no, this is good. Yeah, but that's a good point. Like, we got to check each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Check each other, especially on the bikes.
Yeah. We'll be having the time of our lives, but
but the last thing we want is something fucked up.
Exactly. It just ruined the trip and the whole fucking. It's like, the trip was fucking sick and all, but we fucking, some shit happened.
Yeah, I lost my third toe.
I lost
cool.
my third toe off the fucking edge of a mountain because I was ripping it, dude.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, close calls. Had a few.
Always.
But for me, it's different.
Fucking roll down the mountain.
You're used to, like, I just remember how many close calls I had on that little Honda Win.
Yeah.
And now it's just 3 times as hard. So I can just see, like, maybe I don't control it in that
Yeah,
space.
so here's the thing. On a bigger bike, it's less forgiving. It's not as nimble. So if you're taking a turn and something happens, let's say you hit a dirt patch, your recovery rate is much lower on a bigger bike than if it was on your like 125 Vietnam CC.
You can't just like
Yeah.
jiggle out of it.
Yeah,
Right?
like on my freaking in the Vietnam trip, if I did something stupid and I kind of slid out, I fishtail.
Yeah.
I would just smash my foot like into the fucking ground and I'll be okay. There was one time I almost rolled off the cliff because like we're going up a cliff. Yeah, it was really bad. It got to a point I literally jumped off my bike and I grabbed like Ken was dying.
fuck.
I grabbed the bike and I just pulled it back up.
Whoa, that's intense.
Yeah, and then Ken was just like, "Yeah, I saw you. You
fuck.
flipped the switch there." Because I was like,
fucked up.
"Fuck it, I'm not gonna lose my bike," and I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna get off it." But you
Jesus
can't do
Christ,
that in that situation. If we were on like a fucking Enfield, I don't know if
Yeah,
I'd be
no,
able
you
to
can't
do
do
that.
that on an
Can't.
Enfield. If you're on a downhill.
Exactly.
And
So
like,
there
let's
was,
say, yeah.
yeah, there was so many times I was like, "Thank God I was on this small bike because I lived."
Yeah, there you go. There you have it, man.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, and I like you watch the videos and like these, I've ridden bikes in India, and these guys are very skilled.
Oh,
They're very skilled.
oh, of
And
course.
when the YouTubers are like, "Oh, very challenging road today," it sounds like they're dumbasses, but they're actually OG motherfuckers. you know, they sound like idiots. They're like, "Oh, today too much rain, very difficult road." They're actually killing it on the road.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they're just,
Yeah, just boom, 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 boom.
and they're just like shit.
they know how to ride, right? They know how to ride. So when they say challenge, I believe it. Like, it's got it.
Very, very difficult
Yeah,
conditions.
Today, Shimla weather not good. Too much rain on the road, and you see some mud, very slippery. Not enough traction today.
Still ripping it, and you're just like, wow.
killing it on the road, man.
We
Just-
wouldn't even be able to do that on good conditions.
Bro, how they ride through like sand and mud, I think we're gonna have to get used to that.
Yeah, it's definitely
Going out to go low and then like just ease it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to and then
it'll be
like losing control.
We're gonna adapt to the conditions.
Yes.
So we'll adapt to the pace and the conditions and the people and everything.
Bro.
We're gonna.
And then
have
we'll
to.
go to Nasi? You're down for
Oh,
Varanasi?
100%. We
That
have
place
to go.
looks
We
fucking
have
sick,
to
right?
go to Varanasi.
That place looks sick.
Have
It's
to.
fucking dope, man.
Ken
Varanasi.
is 100% down as well.
Yeah, you showed him the video too. He's like, oh yeah, it's gonna go down.
He's like, yo, that is fucked.
yeah.
He's like, I'm like, yo, we're going. He's like,
Did I?
yo,
Did you see the people like they were carrying the?
Yeah, the body there. Yeah.
Nam nam sate hey. That's what they say.
Oh, dude.
Like, I watched the videos again. I was like, it brought back so many. You'll hear that.
Dude, I showed Wiz, and she was like PTSD. Like she was like, "What the fuck?" And she started doing research into,
really?
into Varanasi.
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
like mind blasted. She's like,
About the place?
Yeah, she's like,
it's
"That's
fucking
fucked."
wicked place, man.
She's like, "There's a river." Like, and then it's just reading like when there's like if it's heavy downpour, bodies get washed up because
Yeah.
for some people who can't afford
Yeah, that's
to
true.
cremate, they just
Yeah,
dump the body
that's
into
true.
the river, and
Yeah.
it just gets washed up. You see bodies, and people are bathing, and you get hit by a dead
No, I
body
don't
or
know. I
something.
don't say anything like that.
That's wild.
But there, I think I told you, I saw a dead puppy, didn't blink.
Yeah, you just like, oh,
I
dead
just
puppy.
walked by.
Yeah, I think it gets to that point.
Yeah, no, like a dead puppy like that. Just sit like there's flies like all around it. Continue.
Carry on.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get to that point.
We saw that in Canada, man. Fuck.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh,
Oh, you'd have a
man.
crowd. You'd have a crowd of 20 and like 10 crying girls like.
Scream, crying.
Oh yeah, man. Fuck. There you just like
It makes CP24.
yeah, it'd be a big deal, right? But there it's just like because you just Nassi's fucking Nasty, man. Fucking Nasty's the place.
Very nice.
We'll go to Blue Lassie shop. You know, nice place. Every day we'll go get some lassie. Lassie is like some
The
Indian,
drink,
like
right?
oh, so good.
Yeah,
Man.
you told me.
Fucking bomb, man. We'll go get lassie and just drink chai and maybe we'll see if Sadi's still there.
For Saturday. Holy.
There's so many Saudis there, man. So many. Oh, bro, yeah, you have to smoke some weed while you're there at least, or smoke some charas.
Maybe like a couple
While
hits.
you're there, yeah, you have to. It's holy city.
Yeah. My lungs have been getting like so much better though from not
really?
smoking. Like I really feel the
maybe you
difference.
should-
Like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
You
finally.
don't know, but yo, I feel like in Varanasi we can find edibles. Yeah, we can find edibles in Varanasi because it's
the
holy
edibles
city.
is 100% more preferred for me.
Nasi, bro.
Let's
Nasi.
go. Nasty.
Bro, but there's so many other places. Yo, I wish you would just fuck off your job.
Yeah. I have bills to pay.
Bro, we would actually like post up in Nasi for like a month. Just like sit there. Just Nasi.
Take it in.
It's just such a. I don't know. It's dope. I fucking love that place, man. And the crowd there. Everyone is interesting, or at least has something. Like what? Like I saw some German guy who'd been living in India for 3 years.
Yeah.
No, he was whack. Like I don't know. Okay, you'll see the Sadhus. Anyways, yeah, we were just so many characters.
Always, man. I feel like backpacking, you always meet a lot of people with the craziest life stories. Just the craziest.
Speaking of that, I met a guy in Nepal, hadn't worn shoes in like 7 years or something like that, and walked up to the mountains with bare feet.
It's hardcore.
It's kind of weird, but yeah, it's hardcore.
Hardcore.
His feet were black, man.
Yeah, I would imagine.
People, man.
Sure as hell wouldn't be clean.
Weird people, man.
No, his feet were clean.
No, but they were like
7 years.
It's not just dirt; it's like callus.
Yeah, it's become a shoe. It's a shoe sole. His flesh foot originally is now a shoe sole.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much.
7 fucking years, that'll do you, man.
Bro, that guy. Yeah, interesting. I was so buzzed through all of like my trip, especially once I got into Nepal, just fucking lit the whole way through that. It actually takes like talking about it to bring out the memories. But yeah, so many weird people in India, man. So many weird people, but I love it, man.
Yeah, it's the
They're
best.
all like, if we went to the normal world together, I look normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the normal world, like I'm like the one that doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's like that.
We're definitely the weird ones.
Weird has such a bad like connotation to it. Yeah, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Okay, we'll just say outliers.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's just outliers is a better word.
Outliers.
Yeah, definitely outliers. But yeah,
with the
unshaven.
No, I kind of
this is not as bad. This
yeah,
time,
no,
right?
it's fine.
Yeah, take care of it, buddy.
Oh man, it was funny. Last podcast, our episode show. We went to Terry's.
Yeah.
And he shaves his head himself with the head shaver that's curved, and he couldn't get his sideburns, so you just see like everything's like light, and then fucking this is just dark. I was just staring at it for a bit, and I was like, Terry, you fucking trying something new, or like did you fucking miss your sideburns? He's like, fuck, I missed my sideburns. Couldn't catch it, man. So
it's
funny.
better now though, right?
Yeah, it's fine now.
It's good.
Before it was much more funny.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. I looked at it again. I was like, yeah, I guess I should figure that out.
Get some scissors or something.
Yeah, figure it out. Exactly. Yeah. I didn't really like, but yeah, you gotta. We should also, we'll do a train ride to Nasi probably. Train rides. I would say even just training around India, and that's what I did, is super fun. Mm-hmm. Like awesome fun. It's just you went and got the milkshake right away. Yeah. You didn't get the burger. Do you know what I mean?
Straight to the sweet stuff.
That's right. But training around India is fucking dope as fuck, man. You know?
Yeah, maybe we can do a bit of training.
We will have to if we want to go to Nasi. Or I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what's happening. But if you're like yes, and I definitely suggest you're like yes, we must go to Nasi, then I would think that probably just taking a train there.
Okay. How long is the train there from Delhi?
19 hours, something like that.
Holy shit! Yeah. That's like 2 days there and back.
No, it's one ride.
19
hours.
Oh
yeah, there and back, yeah. So we probably need to take off like a week. Just for Nasi.
Why the fuck is it so long? Is that the fastest way there?
Look it up. Google it.
Oh, we'll look into it after.
Yeah, but I remember it being long.
Damn, that's intense.
Well, come on. That's pretty standard in India. Like a 10-hour train ride, standard.
True.
You got enough charas? Make sure you have enough hash and weed. Like, that's honestly what it is.
Yeah.
Make sure you have enough. And Yeah, they bring like there's people that will walk up and down the aisles, make sure you have a book, something to read, playing cards, chess. You just sit there.
Yo, that's pretty cool.
It's really nice, man.
Zen as fuck.
It is, and then like we take with public, right? So like you're with the public. Look outside, all of India. Right? Just chill out. You're not going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's really nice actually. And then like you smoke weed in the bathroom because like it's open air.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and then the train is moving anyways, right?
Yeah.
So no one says anything. Yeah.
It's dope. I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
you'll
see, man.
you just a lot more exposure, I guess. But yeah, train riding is fun in India, man.
Once we're there.
Super. It's an experience in itself, man. You should take a shit on an Indian train, man.
Oh, probably will do.
You
19 hours? Yeah, dude.
You have to, definitely.
All right.
It's an experience in itself.
I think we got to wrap up, otherwise it's going to be out of hand.
Fair play.
All right. Cheerio.
Cheerio.